bubbles, you know. You learn something new every day, Sha. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that like it's seltzer water, but like it's also like it's not soda, but like they got similarities, you know.
Yeah, the seltzery part. It's not just water. Water is
Yeah.
the least of it, really.
This one in particular is this has like THC in it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so like I'm gonna be interesting some point later today.
But now, how does that work? Because THC, or to those who don't know the initials, the marijuana, makes the top half of my body dry. Like I can't. It's one of the main reasons why I will not mess with marijuana. Partially because I don't really like how it makes me feel the next day, and also because I get so dehydrated and then I'm worried that I'm dying. And I guess that's the paranoia part too. That's cremate. How does that work in a bottle of water?
I gotta tell you, this might be the like most delicious beverage I've ever drank.
Okay, see,
Like I don't even like care. Like I've drank 4 of these with no intention of getting high. I've just enjoyed the black cherry.
Oh no! When?
Straight
Today?
up. Today. This is my 4th one right now. I just opened it.
Oh no!
They've been
Okay, so
awesome.
I'll have some. I'll post somebody outside just to make sure you do okay.
I told Gabby, I was like, listen, I ran out of beverages. I don't got no sparkling ices. And they send me these from the show I did up in Portland.
Mm-hmm.
The guy like really liked me, so he like sent me more of the beverages. You know what I mean? So he was like, yo, here's some love. Homie from Wink over there. He was like, yo, here, bonk. He sent me a whole joint, sent me a little hat, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm admittedly like a fan of the brand. I'm starting to feel the effects now that I think about it right now.
Yeah, I'm like, oh wait, I think it's kicking in.
Yeah. I think it literally, like right as we said it, I think it dropped, like right there. And put his weight into it.
Oh boy. Oh Lord.
But sincerely, like I wasn't drinking it to like get a buzz. It was what was in my fridge. It's got 0 calories, you know, so as a diabetic, it works.
Sure, no, it's a diabetic, yeah.
You know, so yeah, I'm like, and I genuinely just enjoy the drink. So I was just like, yeah, this tastes delicious. I don't get the sugar thing, you know, because it's this or like I get Arizona iced tea. And like, if you drink enough sugar as a diabetic, you act high too, you know? So at least this one won't kill me, you know?
Okay, well, yeah, I guess there is that. Boy.
Yeah, you know?
Man, your ability to find the silver lining in a bottle of weed seltzer water is really to be commended.
It's a gift, really. You know, you gotta, it's how you see the world, you know?
All right.
Perspective is valuable, you know?
Well, here's don't look up how many of those you should drink in a day. Let's just see how it goes. We'll just see where it goes from here.
There are things I've noticed though, like when I sweat, I'm hyper aware of every bead. You know? I don't know why, but like I just noticed it. Like I feel a bead. I felt the bead of sweat. Like not only like go down my skin, but like I felt it like hug a random hair from my beard. You know, like I really felt it like embrace and become one with a beard hair.
Yeah, let's see if we can get you some coffee. Let's see if we can get you a little tea or something. Let's see if we can.
I'm gonna go to the barber like this. Watch. I'm gonna get over there later today, just messed up. He's gonna know something's off. I'm gonna be like overly enthusiastic about his work. You know, he'll be like, "What you want today, Gastor? Do your magic. You know, what inspires you? You know, how do you see the art in your clippers? I want you to do that to me." I want people to stop me on these streets and ask me who is my barber, and for me to correct them and say, no, who is my artist?
Oh, wow.
You know?
Okay. Yep.
who is my clipper artist, and
Yeah.
then I'll say your
Oh,
name.
this is gonna be great. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Oh man, yeah. I always find that like I end up doing weird haircuts right before I go on vacation.
Here's the thing. I will buy new things to wear on when I'm going out of town, as if the people out of town know that I'm wearing old shit. Like when I get there and they're gonna go, "Oh, look who wore something new." They don't know. And it's the same thing with hair too. I always want to color my hair before I go out of town, and I'm like, they don't know me.
Yeah. And now like that's pressure on us because like we got to be this new person. You know,
Yes.
I don't wear that shit. I don't do that. Like, you know, and now I got to be this version of me the whole
Right.
4 days, you know?
And
Like,
what if it's uncomfortable?
Yeah. You know what I've messed up in? Like, I'm generally like nice as a person, I think, when I meet new people. But like on vacation, like that first day, I'm in such a good mood that like I'll be overly polite to somebody that I got to interact with the whole week. And now they expect that level of nice the whole time.
Yeah.
Yo, like I'll be like, yo, how's it going, man? How's your day? And then like the next day, like I'm like hungover, and they greeting me with Gastor from yesterday energy.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, I don't got that today, but I gotta bring it, you know? And this undue pressure I feel to impress these people that I'm never gonna see again after these 5 days. Only because I set a bad precedent, you know? Nah, B. Will not be tomorrow. Will not be me. I'm gonna show up to Mexico, hopefully just hitting the effects of these. You know? I'm gonna greet everybody real mellow that first day, and then
do that.
My way up.
Pretend you've been there already. Pretend it's day 2.
Real talk, B. I'm White Lotus energy out here. Okay, like that's it.
Yeah.
You know, I do these every day. You know,
absolutely. Pretend you're rich.
Word. Real
Pretend
talk.
you're
I'm gonna
rich.
be out there.
Yep.
Straight up.
That's the best way to be. Goal. I'm not saying if we have any rich listeners, where you been, number 1. And number 2, I'm sorry, but some of your brethren are kind of terrible and they are making the rest of you rich people look bad.
Real talk, you know?
A way that you can fix that, though, is to unload some of that wealth.
Real talk.
You know?
Not too much, just 10 G's a month, you know?
Yeah, we're here.
I can split that, we'll live great, you know?
Yeah, well, it'll be great. There's something. You can click something. It'll get to us.
You know? I promise you. We'll even make a whole extra episode for that.
Yep. You know? It'll be like a war report-a-thon.
You know what I mean? Just for you, too. Straight up. Press one
just
copy,
for
send it
our
to you,
rich
yo.
troops.
Oh, man. It's for one tier in his face.
That's the only tier.
Oh, my God. Let's get into the news.
Yeah.
Twitter accused of failing to pay millions in employee bonuses over Musk's takeover. After Musk's takeover, that's right. Twitter failed to pay out annual bonuses to staff after his acquisition by billionaire Elon Musk, despite repeated assurances from executives in the lead up to the deal closing that the company would do so. The lawsuit was filed in San Francisco federal court by Mark Schobinger, who was senior director of compensation at Twitter until he left the company late last month. The suit is seeking class action status for former and current Twitter employees who did not receive their 2022 bonus. We estimate about a couple of thousand employees would have been eligible for the bonuses. Yo, that's bread. A couple of thousand heads is waiting for these.
Oh, wow.
While I don't have the exact number, we expect the amount owed to be in the tens of millions. Yo, they're coming for you, Elon. Twitter has cut much of its public relations teams and did not respond to the news article's request for comment. The complaint states that after it was announced that Musk was acquiring the social media company last April, many employees raised concerns over the fate of their compensation and annual bonuses, and if and when the deal closed. In the months leading up to Musk's completing the acquisition, company executives repeatedly promised employees that 2022 would be paid out at 50% of target. The promise was repeated following Musk's acquisition, said the complaint. Despite promises, however, Twitter has yet to pay out the bonuses. Schobinger left the company last month following Twitter's reneging on various promises it had made to employees, including its failure to pay promised bonuses. Bang.
Okay. Let's see here. So, first of all, imagine being, what was his position? A senior director of compensation. And only just now leaving because you're like, I don't think Twitter's going to pay everyone. They said they. My man, you should go on Twitter. Folks were saying that last October. We kind of knew.
Real talk, but you halfway into the other year.
Yeah. I mean,
you earning a whole new bonus.
Yeah. Oh my God. Also, I feel like there was issue like of the way that Elon was letting people go without like any real pay, that the way he was doing it didn't necessarily fly in California. So there's probably a whole bunch of like lawsuits coming up with that as well, of just like, where's our severance, or you were supposed to give us this much notice and you didn't, you just cut things off and you didn't pay us anything. Like they're in for a world of hurt, which is saying something because they're literally in their own galaxy of hurt right now. And I wonder if the news of Twitter not paying rent on their building in like, where was it, Denver or something like that? Like they got evicted from one of their places recently because they weren't paying anything.
Yeah.
But then when you looked into it, they were like, we ain't had nobody working over there. And like, so it's like, then why did you? Anyway.
We didn't get the bill because we wasn't in the office, you know? Nobody got
exactly.
the mail.
I don't know if y'all are going to get that money.
Ever. I think those checks are gone.
I mean, I think that's it. And I mean, if you need to burn the place down, then I guess go ahead and burn the place down. I'm already on Spill and Blue Sky, so you can still find me. Oh yeah, bitch, I'll jump to another. Don't think I won't.
Think I'm loyal to your social media? No.
No, and I mean, like,
I heard Facebook was like working on a secret project where they're like claiming to make their own version of Twitter.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yo. They coming for it, yo.
Here's the thing, Facebook, you were the original version of Twitter. When Twitter first started, people were like, oh, so these are like just status updates with no comment.
Straight up, they ain't get it.
Because you couldn't like reply to them. And if you wanted to repost one, you had to like, the way that you quote tweet now, that was the way that you had to repost it. Like in the early days, they were Twitter and Tumblr were both called microblogs. So it was like all the stuff in the status update of Facebook, but without all of the other things.
Yeah.
And then they slowly added some of the other things. But at first it was just words and a limited amount. And it was like, there you go. So, I mean, how is Facebook going to come up with a thing that they originated?
Oh, I don't know. Mark is over there being busy, you know?
Oh, whatever. Those two. He ain't. I mean, like, that's, if there's any, like, look at what you have. I mean, it's such a big overhaul that maybe he's just like, yo, man, we're going to put that on a raft. We're going to set that on fire and just push it out into the river. Like, give it a real Viking funeral or whatever, but, and just try something else. But I don't know, man. Yeah, I guess nobody really trusts the Facebook anymore.
Nah, nobody. Like, it's assumed. Like, I was watching reruns of Modern Family with Gabby, and like, Facebook came up during the episode, and like my daughter walked by to go to the kitchen and overheard that and was like so disgusted by the word. Like, she was like, "Who even uses Facebook?" And like, the plot line was the mom getting mad at the kids for not like friending her. So like, this is like a decade ago, this was a young person thing. And like a decade later, my young people are like, what the hell? Like so dismissive of that, like as a thing. So yeah, its time is gone.
Yeah, its time is definitely gone. And perhaps, I mean, we don't get not many people get a brilliant idea like a few times.
Word,
You know, you get you get your brilliant idea and you get to build on it, or you get to fuck it up.
Yo, Mark, be like Tom. You know what I mean? Tom from
was just
he was the man. And like right now, real talk, that's the difference between the two of them. You might have more money, but real talk, if I bumped into Tom, I'd want to drink with Tom. I would never want to drink with Mark. That's the difference. Yo, real talk. Tom got like real people energy. Tom looked like he started the app genuinely to meet people.
Right.
Like on some like, yo, let's kick it. You know what I mean? You creepy started this shit, yo.
Here's the thing. Here's what Tom did. Tom told us nothing about him.
Mm-hmm.
And now we get to project on the Tom.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately, we know enough about Zuckerberg that a movie was made about him.
Mm-hmm.
He should have kept his mouth shut. Then we wouldn't know he was a weird little nerd that was just mad that that a girl he liked didn't like him back or some shit. And now look at us. We're struggling. I'm struggling to find a social media thing when really I should just put my phone down, all because of this little twerp doing a hot or not for the colleges. And now we've taken down whole governments because of this guy.
Meanwhile, like if you ask me to describe Tom, I picture one of the Duplass brothers. You know?
But like, all we know of Tom is that he wears a white t-shirt and looks over his shoulder. We don't know nothing else about no Tom.
I
what
think
was his last name? Was his last name MySpace? I don't know.
Yo, Tom MySpace. Yeah, that's what's
Miss
up.
Pache? What was his last name?
Oh my God, that's awesome. I looked him up. Thomas Anderson. That's his name.
That's right. It was Anderson.
Look at that. 52-year-old Tom. Good for you, man.
Okay. He's my age. He's single? What's going on? Hey, Tom, you still got some of that. I mean, I think my MySpace logon is in the dark web, according to a VPN I just signed up to.
Bro,
so it's on LinkedIn. So if anyone in the dark web is hiring, go on and hit that LinkedIn button.
Oh my God. In other news, should ketchup be refrigerated, Sha?
Okay, look. I saw this come through and I was like, I've gotten into screaming matches over this.
Really? Okay.
Yes. Where do you fall on it?
So we don't refrigerate until open. Once open, refrigerate.
Okay, once it's open, refrigerate.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I agree with that. It's not stored in the refrigerator when you buy it from the grocery store.
Correct, yeah.
Because it's also hopefully sealed.
Right.
Yes. But once you open it, put it in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see what this article says because I'm sure.
Where do you fall on it?
That's what I think. Like I actually will put a sealed one in the refrigerator just so I remember that I have it.
Right. That was because I was thinking I'm not sure if I put it in the fridge to like keep it safe, more so to know that's the ketchup I'm using.
Yes, exactly. Because if I put it in the cupboard, that's not a place I normally look for ketchup.
Yeah.
So I would look in my fridge, go, oh, we're out of ketchup, go buy one, and then put up something else in the cupboard and go, oh shit, I already had a ketchup in here. So I just go ahead and put it in the refrigerator. Also, my roommate blows through ketchup at an alarming rate. So
that's what's up.
So it's never not closed. It's always opened immediately. So yes.
I feel like ketchup is supposed to be cold. I thought about this.
That's how I feel too. And here's the thing. When you go to a restaurant, the ketchup on a table, it's usually not refrigerated.
Right.
Right. And I then will sniff it before I use it. I sniff anything new to me. I usually, food wise, I'll sniff the first bite. And then if it smells okay, I will then eat it. But with ketchup, I will sniff it because, it kind of separates and it gets kind of vinegary. And I know you're supposed to
Yeah.
shake it, but they're just refilling from other bottles. And I don't know how old those, food
Yeah.
service. They're just trying to keep us happy. But now I don't even really use ketchup like that anymore. But I definitely would sniff it first just to see if it smelled weird.
Right.
And if it did, then I'm just going to use a lot of salt and pepper on the fries, and I'm not going to use any ketchup.
Yo, I'm right with you. I don't sniff, but like I judge it based on how much dry ketchup is around the tip of the bottle.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Clean the tops of them bottles. I'm big on a nice clean bottle. I don't like a goopy top.
Yeah,
so
I hate that shit.
if it's like glue, no thank you. What is this, ketchup paste? No.
Can't do it. No, but like the bottle I definitely keep in the fridge, but it lets me know which one's the open one. And but I feel like it needs to be cold because like that's part of what complements the things I'm putting it on. Like hot fries, I think with cold ketchup tastes different than hot fries with like room temperature ketchup. Yeah. And I'm not saying they're both not. I'm like, I don't care if you have a preference for either or. They both work, but differently. I think it's a different experience. There's times when I'm okay with room temperature, like on a burger, cold ketchup doesn't do much. It's too much warmth already. Like I won't appreciate the difference. But on like a fry, I think it's huge. And it is similar for other like on a hot dog, for some reason it works.
Okay, I see that.
I want the cold ketchup specifically.
And actually, that's ballsy enough to even admit, because people get mad when you put ketchup on a hot dog. They say only mustard on a hot dog. And to them, I say, that's not even real meat. Calm the fuck down.
Why you making rules?
Yeah, I hate mustard. My hot dogs, the one time a year that I'm allowed to eat one.
Yeah.
I get ketchup and barbecue sauce. I don't give a fuck. Both of them together. I'm wild, but no mustard. Take that. Take that. Okay. So here's what this article says. All right. Do you store your ketchup in the refrigerator or the cupboard? Whenever that question is posed, there's bound to be vigorous debate. Some bold celebrities have offered their opinions publicly. Rapper Cardi B once tweeted, "People who put their ketchup in the fridge are not to be trusted." In a 2018 interview conducted by Tinder, actress and singer, Jennifer Lopez, swiped left on a profile because the bio read, "If you store ketchup in a refrigerator, it's not going to work." She immediately said, "Bye-bye him."
Amen.
But now Heinz has weighed in. In a tweet posted recently, the brand's UK account tried to settle the debate once and for all. FYI, ketchup goes in the fridge. 3 exclamation points from Heinz UK. They did a poll. The poll is 54.5% for keeping it in the fridge, 45.5% in the cupboard. That's nuts.
Wow.
But look, if Heinz says put it in the fridge, I'm gonna put it in the fridge.
Yeah, I feel like because at this point, that's almost a warning. Like,
yeah.
We told y'all that's where it go. Don't sue me when you sick.
It says here, Heinz has said that ketchup has natural acidity, which makes it shelf stable, but the ketchup label suggests refrigeration after opening. So that keeps it shelf stable when it's closed.
Right.
But then when you open that shit up, put it in the fridge. What are we doing? Who's not? You know what? I had this discussion with someone recently about butter. There are people who keep butter out.
What?
Yes.
Like as part of a recipe, not like you.
No. They store their butter out. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. Because that's just melted butter, right? But I guess maybe they live in places that aren't hot all the time. I guess, I don't know. But yeah, there are some people who, they're like room temperature butter is, I guess, easier to cook with, maybe, for one. For some things, like if you're baking, the difference between refrigerated butter and room temperature butter can make the difference between the fluffiness of your cake or your bread stuff or whatever. That's great. That's for baking, though.
Right.
I like eating bread and butter, right?
Yeah.
I like to be able to spread the butter. I'll buy a tub of spreadable butter. I'm not leaving that shit out, though. I'll take it out I'll give it like 30 seconds and then I'm like, that's enough. And then I will spread it
Let's
just
go.
enough for it to
Yeah.
get the knife in. But I know people who are like, no, you leave it out, room temperature butter. It's better across the board.
I can't live that life, yo. Y'all are
Yeah,
wild.
that seems to, maybe I've just never lived someplace where the butter wouldn't melt all over everything.
Yo, Sha, when I tell you, like, my stomach churned when you said that,
I know,
yo,
it's wild.
oh my goodness, that
Like,
that didn't
leave
sit
your
right.
milk out, why don't you?
Yeah, it's such
You're
an odd thing.
insane.
Nah, I can't. Yo, and see, this is why I don't believe in potlucks. Because of shit like
Tell it.
this. Real talk. I don't
Yep.
know what you be doing in your crib. You got your own wild rules. And amongst yourselves, do what you do. But don't be
Right.
having me sick tomorrow with your
Yep.
out butter lifestyle,
Yep. Tell them.
infiltrating my insides, you know? When I go
That's
to
right.
Mexico, I know not to drink the water. I didn't
Yep.
know not to have your food.
Yes.
Nah, B. Keep
Yeah, I don't trust it.
crib. I don't trust y'all, B.
Mm-mm.
Finally, teen flying a drone saves 2 Jeep passengers stranded in a flooded sinkhole. That's right. A Colorado teenager found more than what he expected when he set out to investigate a recent flooding in Weld County. Josh Logue, 18, sent his drone out and to capture floodwaters from the downfall in the rural area. But soon after, he came across a dark spot over a roadway about 2 miles away from his home. I fly down here all the time just looking. I said, what is that? And I flew down over it, and it's a car in the hole. The teen went to get help from his neighbor, Ryan Nuanez, an assistant fire chief at the Denver Fire Department. The pair then drove down to the bridge on Weld County Road 2, where they found 2 people trapped in an upside-down Jeep. After the man in the SUV told them that he had about 6 inches of breathing room left and that they had been in the hole for about 15 minutes, the pair called 911. The concern that I had as a firefighter was that this river was going to swell even more and it was going to trap those people underwater. Crews from Brighton Fire Rescue's district were able to rescue the passengers inside the car by hooking the Jeep up to a pickup truck and rolling it over so they could open one of the doors.
Wow.
Oh, that's wild. Driver was 66 and a passenger was 61. Both left alive. Driver had serious injuries, but the passenger was unharmed.
That's wild. Look
Real
here,
talk.
man. Sinkholes? Yikes. They terrify me.
I thought they were gonna be like I thought they were gonna be more of an urban problem in my life. I'm surprised that like I don't know what they look like, but they scare me because of cartoons, you know?
Oh, yeah, no. They absolutely, that there aren't more in this city kind of surprises me.
Yeah. Like just too much
Atlanta,
construction, you know?
no, that's precisely what would make it happen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there's a lot of construction in New York, and I've never run into one, and I'm surprised by it.
Yeah, I mean they have them. It's also the rain. I mean, just the fact that New York City is just a couple of fucking islands. You know what I mean? Like it's not. There's just so much water and erosion. There are a couple of where I am. There are a couple of intersections that always have just a sunken part. You know, one little part will start to sink. Somebody will throw a couple of orange cones in there. People will put trash in there. And I'm like, this isn't, I mean, I don't know if you're trying to help or if you're lazy. I don't know what's happening. And then the city will come out and kind of fill it up with stuff. And then another one, literally 6 inches away, will just start over there. And I'm like, yo, this is not a good spot.
Yo,
like a car can be swallowed here if it just keeps popping up from place in the same basic area.
Yeah.
This whole intersection needs to be filled in.
Yo, Shot, when I was like 18, the new priest transferred to like my local church. And he was like super pro Brooklyn and like environment and like community shit. So like he was there for like 2 weeks and he came up to us and he was like, yo, I grew up around here and like I feel like this area is getting neglected. And I was like, yep, story of our lives. And he was like, I was driving around and he noticed a bunch of like sinkholes in the streets with like potholes and shit like that. So he bought like a bunch of disposable cameras and bought us like lunch and sent 4 like teenagers throughout East New York to like take pictures and write down addresses of all the potholes we could find in Brooklyn. We gave that dude like 60 fucking disposable cameras worth of potholes.
Oh, wow.
You know, and like and like apparently like so he's like, y'all took it to the community board and y'all were like the stars of the show. Cause all the pictures, he said, like, show your personality, you know? So like we had pictures with like our heads inside potholes and shit. Like to give a demo of size.
An idea of size. Yeah. Yes, you need scale.
So there was like pictures of like me and my boy Jeff, and like we had like our height next to us. And then like you'd see like the next picture of like Jeff fully underground because he just stood in a hole.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
So like it was just wild. But like I guess those are the sinkholes we got. You're right. We do get it.
Yeah, that's absolutely it. I mean, I haven't seen, I'm sure it's happened. Maybe in my time here, I've heard a couple of stories of like a car kind of whoop.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I not that it probably happens a good deal. It happened a good deal in Atlanta of just like, oh, there goes that car. You know, and just like, and Florida. Florida is like, forget about it.
Just cars disappearing on the road, man.
Yeah,
on
like
Tuesday.
Florida, whole backs of houses just gone.
Can't do it.
The whole place is like, I feel like there was talk about it a few years ago. Who knows if anything's been done? I'm willing to say no. But I mean, that whole state is just like quicksand, you know, just sinkholes just pop. Oh my goodness. It's very scary. It's very scary, especially I think about here and we got subways and stuff. I don't know, man, let me just get into the middle of the country. Oh, what's their problem? Well, they got like dirt storms or something. I don't know.
If you would like, for safety reasons, to move to the Midwest.
I mean,
it's the best we got.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we got. Oh,
all you gotta do is subscribe to the show, baby.
Yeah, that's true. Because California they have actual earthquakes. We got sinkholes. I mean, the orcas, who knows how long it's going to take them to get over here. Yeah, it's just not a good look right now.
That's it. If you are an Apple or Spotify listener, we appreciate your ratings. 4 stars. You don't understand how gangster these orcas are getting, okay? Okay?
They might work on land.
Real talk. You know what I mean?
If I go through a sinkhole and I'm face to face with an orca, I'll feel a little justified.
They bring in the battle to us, okay?
Yeah.
All right? 5 stars, you respect the orcas, you respect the sinkholes, you know.
You'll move to the Midwest with us.
Straight up. You're going to be out there, you know? A fun fact, I don't know where the Midwest is. It's like,
I'm not really sure either. I just feel like there's a lot of land and wheat, and we can just like put a house up there or something. We can get the internet over there, right?
I hope so. You know what I mean? If you're in the Midwest, tell us where the Midwest is.
Yes.
Real talk. I'd love to. I don't know where it is. Like, is it like Indiana? Is Mississippi Midwest? Is Utah?
No, I don't know what. Ain't.
Mississippi's not Midwest.
Mississippi's not the Midwest.
I found out recently Alabama is next to Florida. Didn't know that.
Oh yeah, down in the little whoop, whoop. Yeah, the handle, the Redneck Riviera is what they call the handle, the panhandle of Florida. Part of it. You know what? We won't even. Yes. Anywho.
Send us those addresses is what we're saying.
Yes.
If you have any articles you want us to cover, please DM us directly on Twitter, Instagram, at Silky Jumbo or at Gastor Almonte. Shout outs this week to Lori McDaniel and Lauren Wiley. With all that said, I am the soon-to-be Midwest real estate tycoon, Gastor Almonte. You know?
And I will still be looking at a map, Shalewa Sharpe.
This has been a life-changing decision-making episode of War Report. Catch y'all next time. Peace.